Hello, and welcome to the 210 Zone podcast. I'm your host, Steve. These are my co hosts, Tim.
What up?
This is my other co host, Kenny.
What's up?
Today, we got a little topic we like to address and we like to call weekly rants. I'm going to go ahead and let Tim start us off and see where we go from there.
All right, boys. My weekly rant or topic is my Niners, man. You know, I hear a lot of commotion going on, about us, is it a bust season just cuz we're starting off a little slow, 2-3, losing to two divisional teams. But I just want to remind everybody, that we're still in this, man. The last couple playoff runs that we've gone down. We've made it pretty deep. All the way to the Super Bowl, conference finals. And I just want to let everybody know that we still in this. It's not over to the Fat Lady Sings. But I really want to hear Steve's input on this, and I really want to hear what he thinks because he was having some hot takes the other day.
My hot takes come off of your hot ass comments.
Dude.
You're kind of loud about your team, and then you end up shit in the bed,
Mm.
as they say, shit in the bed.
Nasty shit.
So I told him Wednesday or Sunday when they played the Rams. He was like, "I'm tired. We're winning. I'm gonna go to bed." And I told him, "Don't go to bed. Y'all might lose." "Oh, we're not losing." Da 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 da. Guess what he woke up to? A nice little L. A nice little L. And then, really, bro, the Cardinals. Damn near
It's
quarterback can't
crazy.
even see over the line.
That's crazy.
Come on, man. You gotta do better. So it's not about injuries. It's not about all this extra shit. Because all these other teams deal with injuries. All these other teams got the same thing going on. You don't see Kansas City losing
What?
to a divisional team like that. They still managed to pull it out of their ass.
Yeah, but they don't. They didn't lose their kicker.
Hey,
when
I
when when that field goal when we were in field goal range when we could have sealed the game and they would have had to
you
take
shouldn't have
a
you shouldn't
touchdown.
have allowed it to get down to field goal range. It should have been
Well,
a one and
well,
done.
sometimes
Bet
stuff
thing, you
happens
know.
and it's no.
I'm like I said, my input is just off your energy. I match your energy, and then when it happens to play out in my favor, I'm gonna ride the wave.
No, no, because
I
you were taking no, because he was taking hot shots at saying that the Bears linebackers are better than the Niners linebackers,
They
and
are.
that no,
They are.
sorry.
no, they're
Tremaine
not. Look,
They
Edwards
are
and
not.
T.J. Edwards.
They are not. Nope. Not with Greenlaw and Warner on there,
I
bro.
said
And then
no, that's not no. You're
adding
at no.
Campbell,
Now you're
and then
adding more to what we said. What we
that's
said was
crazy.
as of today we have better
No,
linebacking
we
core.
did not.
Yes,
We said 49ers
okay.
linebackers in
I'm not gonna
general,
argue with
sir.
you on this
No,
podcast.
sir. No, that's exactly what this is
No,
about.
I'm not
This
gonna
is exactly
argue
this is
with
a
you.
hot take.
This is literally
This
what
is
I
a
said.
hot
I said
take,
I said
and
our
no,
linebacking core as of right now is
no,
better
you
than
didn't.
bro. I'll call
No,
more. You want me to
sir.
FaceTime this dude
You,
right now?
all right. So look,
sir.
all right. So I'm
Okay.
gonna. I look. The
Even
Niners
at
are
that,
hurt.
man. Even
Can you look at the camera and not your screen? Thank you, sir.
even at that, buddy. Even at that, Fred Warner and Campbell, man, are really
Who the fuck is
outstanding
Campbell?
linebackers from the Packers. What are you talking about?
Okay. So this is what I'm gonna say about the Niners.
Yeah.
The Niners are a good team. I mean, they got people hurt, but I've never in my life seen a team like. How many times y'all gonna run out of something? Two
Hmm.
years ago, you ran out of quarterbacks. Then you're gonna run out of a kicker. You telling me 50 something players out there cannot kick a field goal? You got a punter, he's a kicker. You get damn what he does. He kick balls all his life. He can't kick a field goal.
And, hey, man,
They
the
don't
same.
shoot the
That's what I'm
shit.
thinking,
They don't
though.
shoot the
But
shit in
that's
practice. Like, come on.
Yeah,
yeah. I mean,
y'all ran out of quarterbacks. Like
I
they
don't
had running
understand.
backs playing quarterbacks. Nobody on that squad has ever thrown a football. That's what y'all telling me. So you telling me that out of all those players on the team, nobody's kicked a field goal except the kicker. It's like y'all gonna run out of coaches. We don't know who the coach. They didn't show up. Like I think y'all gonna do fine. I think y'all slowing, probably starting off slow, but I do think McCaffrey being out, I think he's gonna be probably be out for the season. But Mason's been doing a good job. But this is on I'm gonna say Kyle Shanahan. How many years in a row are we gonna sit here and blame other people?
Yep.
You had the Chiefs
I,
you had the Chiefs down under. I don't even know the Chiefs scored at that point, and he fired his defensive coordinator because he didn't like how they performed in the Super Bowl. It's like they had the Chiefs under 10 points. You're the offensive coordinator.
Facts, man.
You're
Why
supposed
didn't
to
you
go
run
win
the
the game.
ball?
Yes, this is the second time. No, I'm sorry. You just he has a problem because when he was the offensive coordinator for the Falcons against my Patriots, what did he do?
Stop running
He
the
was
ball.
throwing the
choked
ball,
it.
stop running the ball, start throwing the ball, and gave Tom Brady too many chances to go down there and score, just like he did with Patrick Mahomes. Those are two of the greatest quarterbacks we're gonna ever see. And you're gonna sit there and keep giving them the ball and hope your defense is good, and then fire the defensive coordinator after 1 year.
Yeah, I think that was ridiculous. But
It was ridiculous.
That's what
and
So
we.
like I
That's what
said,
we
like I've
call. That's what we call in the real world a scapegoat.
exactly. But
Yep.
so I do think they'll get their act together. Are they gonna probably get to the Super Bowl again? Maybe, maybe not. The NFC got a lot of questionable teams. But the
yep.
Vikings, I got to see a little bit more. So
Yeah. The Vikings.
I don't put no stock into
They.
but
Sam Darnold's really done turned that around. But that's a whole
yeah,
nother topic for a whole
it's a whole
nother
other
show.
topic. But yeah, that's my take on the Niners.
Okay. So starting out next, we're going ahead and letting Kenny go ahead and bring up his rant. Welcome, Kenny, and let me hear what you got going on.
Well, yeah, I want to talk about the NFL and the quarterbacks that are making just hundreds of millions of dollars to throw 5 yard passes. I have never seen a quarterback win a game 70 yards passing on like 20 something attempts. What the hell is that? Well, like that's high school. My mom was watching the game. My mom was watching the game. She happened to be watching the game. She said they play like middle schoolers. I was like, wow. I said,
Mm.
yes, they do, mom. I said they do play like middle schoolers. It's just like check down, read option, read option. Stop that, man. You gotta. Tom Brady said it best. He said you have to teach these guys how to run an offense, not play offense. And that's the difference. That means they need to know to get their guys in the right spots. I'm gonna ask you a question. I'm gonna ask y'all a question. Y'all can answer it. How many times have you seen quarterbacks audible, like just sit at the line and sit there and go, "Oh, we're gonna change the whole play. Go from the I formation or something to shotgun or a shotgun or even a shotgun
You
into the
haven't
I
seen it
formation."
lately,
You
as
don't
of
see it.
lately.
Yeah.
Like Dak, maybe I seen Dak do it a couple times, but like you
I
don't see
saw
that
Kirk
anymore.
do it once.
Yeah, it's kind of like they're not. It's like, oh, what's the play? Oh, okay, I'm gonna go do it. Protections here and there, and then I'm gonna go do it. So I just think the NFL. I think through the first 4 weeks, they had only like maybe 800 yards passing,
That's crazy.
which is 200 something yards a game.
And he's speaking collectively as a whole. He's not speaking about any team in
Yeah,
general.
I'm not. Yeah, this is a wider issue.
That's widespread.
Yeah, like Jalen Hurts, you're paying these guys a lot of money to just throw it 5 yards.
Yep.
I see halfbacks more catches than wide receivers. That's not. I don't know what y'all take is on that, but I just seen a big decline in the NFL from the quarterback position, and it's making the games just the
I
stats and
think
everything's bad.
now bringing that up, I really think maybe if they're really going away from passing, like and doing these little check downs and stuff, maybe they're realizing like, hey, I'm paying these players way too much money. Maybe it's like a business aspect of it now, like that. We don't know about. You know what I mean? Like maybe they're trying to reset that market. Secretly.
That's a good
Like
point.
and because you are right, man. Like But
Look at
another take is, man, the thing is they're overworking running backs, and not a lot of teams have a decent second running back. There are few out there, like let's give the Cowboys example, but they're not even at that. They're not even really using them. So, um, anyways, yeah, that's my take on that. So,
well before you go, Steve, I like to say this. You make a good point because look at the tight ends in the NFL.
yep,
Name right now, name a tight end that's been catching, just been raising hell.
The number two
Ugh.
fantasy, the number two tight end in fantasy is Isaiah Likely,
and the number
and he
one,
is
and the
a
number one,
backup tight end for the
and the
Baltimore
Yes.
number
Ravens.
one, and the number one is Brock Bowers, a rookie tight end.
So are they devalued? Like, are this is a situation where Mark Andrews is coming up, Kyle Pitts is coming up? Maybe it's like we got to keep this shit where they're not gonna ask for a lot of money because we're already paying
Yep,
these halfbacks too much money, and it's like
these
we don't want the
receivers.
tight ends. Yeah, we don't want the tight ends to get to a point where we gotta like mortgage the whole franchise for a tight end. So you make a good point when you said maybe it's a business decision where they're sitting there saying, we're not gonna throw the ball. Look, uh, Travis Kelsey, one of the best tight ends ever, had like 5 catches in 3 games. What is
That's
that?
crazy. That
Yeah,
is ridiculous.
I don't understand that.
So, what you think, Steve, about this? What's this
I
whole
want to also input that a lot of this also has a direct impact with play calling. I've seen such terrible play calling, and
direct
like you
play
said,
calling?
it might be due to running. I mean, quarterbacks just being like, "Oh shit, I'm paid. I'm just gonna call what the coordinators." You know what I mean? But I
Yep,
honestly think it's a lot of it has to do with play calling. Um,
A lot of it.
a lot of these
Most.
guys are making this play calling so complex when it just really needs to be simplified, in my opinion. A lot of this stuff should just be real check and sit, like stick and nod, corner fades, quick slants. Like, you don't need to draw up this whole damn scheme just to get one guy open, and it's off a hitch. Like, oh, the safety
Man.
has to be here for it to directly be impacted. Run this play because the safety's been. I get that. Like, if a safety's been showing keys like positioning, like, oh, I can work him here because he's been sitting on this the entire day.
Mm-hmm.
I can work him on the outside now. I get that, but it's like you're coming into games with predetermined play sets, and you're not even
Exactly.
trying to change it.
You
nope,
brought up a good point because you remember, like, look at the first 2 weeks. They had Henry running out of shotgun. And
yep.
it's like that's not him,
That's not
bro.
nope,
He's a single bag or I formation, fullback leading. He's coming out right behind it. It took the Ravens 2 weeks to figure out. Oh, we need to run him like they were running him in Tennessee, and now he's the leading rusher in the NFL.
Yep,
It's kind of like if you're a great offensive coordinator, you do not impose your offense on somebody. You
yep,
work with what you have, and
yep.
instead of
And it
just saying,
also,
"Yeah, go ahead, Tim."
nah, also another team's doing that is us. The Niners, doing that with Jordan Mason. I see that we're doing a lot of halfback, like out of shotgun and trying to do runs, and it's not working, man, because it's not his build, man. Like,
Well,
I hear
first,
people
but
saying,
but
I hear,
in y'all's sake, y'all ain't got no other running back to run any other.
oh, I,
So you
I, I
have
thought
to
that,
do all the run plays out of all
yeah,
this.
I thought what you just said there, Tim, was disgusting.
mm.
How in the hell we're gonna go from Derrick Henry to Mason?
Yeah.
Well,
All right. So now on to my take. Speaking on the Chicago Bears. I know we look good against Carolina Panthers, 4 touchdowns. We won by whatever. I still want to address that offensive line. Shane Waldron and the offensive coordinator. Yeah, Shane Waldron's the offensive coordinator, but Chris Morgan. I don't think he should be an offensive line coach. Like,
mm,
man, the performance that we saw 2 weeks ago against the Colts, goal line, fourth and goal, and you have
mm,
every single one of your linemen on the ground. Every single one of your linemen are on the ground trying to cut block for a fucking speed option to the left, to the weak side at that, short side of the field. I just don't understand it. Also, I think once we move Matt Pryor over to the right guard, he looked good. They look good. But other than that, I don't think Chris Morgan should have a job in the NFL. He is a bad offensive line coach. And not only that, they fired the entire staff last year, right? The entire staff except him, and then they gave him a fucking promotion. Like, make it make sense. That's my
So
rant.
I mean,
Maybe
look, I like you know Caleb Williams. He showed flashes. He obviously has weapons. I mean, DJ Moore's a stud. Adunze is gonna get better. Keenan Allen's probably getting a little longer in the tooth a little bit, but he got talent. I can't stress rookie quarterbacks are. It's gonna be hard to have years like CJ Stroud had.
Yep. Yep.
It,
Yep.
it, it doesn't happen. Like it just
And only
those
and
type of
only the
are
fake fans are holding that to Caleb. Like compare like oh he has to have a season like that. Like
no. Well, he was gonna have.
the
Yeah,
there's no one that's gonna. I mean, I'm not gonna say no one, but there's no one this season that's going to have that CJ Stroud. No, it's just.
RG3 had it.
But
I
I'm
mean, that
saying like
was
from this rookie class, it's not
no,
showing.
no,
You're not
no.
seeing it. It's
Well, Dane Daniels.
ah,
hey,
I do take that
yay.
back. But seeing him against the defense last week, this week that just happened, he looked human. He finally looked human, and they weren't really doing nothing there. Tampa two shelling him. Um, he pulled the win out. Don't get me wrong, but
Who'd they play?
it was
Browns,
the
right?
Browns. Yeah.
Yeah.
What? Whoa, say that again.
What?
He looked human
Yeah, that
against a
They
good
it,
beat the Browns. The
Browns.
defense,
Ain't
Browns' defense, yeah.
yeah,
Browns' offense
yeah,
bro.
is
That
yeah,
that
sketch.
that that
yeah.
rush.
Miles
But what I'm
Garrett, yeah,
saying, that
corners,
rush,
yeah.
that rush is really affecting them, and they
No,
weren't really
and they
doing
got
anything
corners
on the
too.
backside.
Yeah, that's
They
what I'm
got
saying.
DBs too. Yeah, no, I agree.
They were just
No,
Tampa two shelling him, and he just looked human. Like,
I mean, he's gonna be all right.
and then I'm not knocking the kid. He looks amazing coming out. A lot
Yeah,
of
Yeah,
these fake
he's
Bears
hot.
fans are like, "Oh, we should have drafted Jaden Daniels." It's like, bro,
but before you go,
everyone
Tim,
learns that there.
before Tim goes, I want to point out a point. It's this: you can simplify. We was talking about simplifying the offense, and I agree because it's like if you look at like what the Packers are
The
doing with
Washington
Jaden
Commanders, perfect.
with Jordan Love. What the Packers doing with Jordan Love under center the first year, especially when they had Aaron Jones
Mm-hmm.
under center, bootlegs, get him running, make it. See, if you want to use his
Yes.
legs, you do not have to run the option.
Nope.
They're getting Anthony Richardson killed in Indy because
Mm.
they
Poor
want to run
kid.
options. Yeah, it's like, dude,
And
he'll
then the
use
kid
his
don't want to
legs.
slide either, man.
No,
Yeah,
man, he is a dog, man. He reminds me of Cam Newton, like Cam
yeah.
Newton, like aggressiveness, right?
And look what happened to Cam. He didn't
Yeah, I
last too
know.
long.
Yeah, that's what I'm
And
saying though.
but see, I get it. You want to take the Bills, for example. Josh Allen has the ability to run the ball.
Hmm.
Daniel Jones has the ability to run the ball, but they use the option in the goal line
Yeah,
situations. And for
exactly.
yeah, it's
In
second and
situations where you're like, oh,
yeah,
he's not gonna
Yeah,
tuck the ball. He
except
tucked
yeah,
the ball. Yeah.
yeah, second and threes,
Kyle Murray,
first and goals, stuff like that.
Kyler.
Because Daniel, like you say, Daniel Jones, Josh Allen, those guys, they can run. So
Yep.
they're always going to keep the teams honest and guessing. But when you got Anthony Richardson, and then he comes in, he gets hurt, and he's obviously hurt. And what does the coach do? Calls another fucking quarterback keeper, and he just basically just slides down and gets taken out the game. It's like, what are you? I'm gonna tell you,
They're
the
setting these kids
Indianapolis
up
Colts
for failure.
the Indianapolis Colts has one of the most underrated wide receiver cores in the NFL.
And one of the
Go
most
look at it.
underrated offensive lines.
Exactly.
Yep,
Like,
So
how is
yep.
this kid getting killed? Like, why are you sending him out there?
because
He has a perfect pocket to sit in.
you see his
They're
arm,
they're living on this stipulations that black quarterbacks can't read an a offensive playbook, and I'm diving into this right now because it's
it,
seen across the fucking league right now. Lamar Jackson,
I
Anthony
wasn't gonna say
Richardson,
nothing.
but
I wasn't
bro,
gonna say nothing.
hey,
But
I
here you
see it.
go.
I see it,
I
and
know.
it's
I know you
fucking
see it. I
bullshit. It's like,
It's
bro,
bullshit. They have arm talent better than anybody ever. Anthony Richardson can throw it on his knees 60 yards. He had his first game he had against the Texans when he was back. He was on his back foot. He like slipped
yep.
and he caught
And he's still,
Alex Pierce.
yep.
Oh my god,
Yep,
70
that
yards
was.
on the run.
I'll make sure
Dude,
to
did
add
you
So
that
see
clip
that one,
somewhere
bro?
here
Did
so
you
y'all can
see
see
that
it.
one play too with Lamar where he was running out the pocket against the Bengals,
and
and he was running, and then Isaiah Likely literally in the corner, dude, he put it perfect in his hands, bro. Like
Yep.
he's a smart quarterback, bro. I don't care what
Kansas
anybody
City
says.
do not run the ball with Patrick Mahomes unless he
He
sees he
needs
needs
to.
to run it.
Yep.
Don't.
And
It's not like we're gonna do a design run with Patrick Mahomes. They don't do that.
I think it's certain just organizations that are just,
I know.
you know what I
It's
mean?
lazy coaching to me.
Yep. Alrighty, guys, and that wraps up our first episode of the 210 Zone podcast. I hope you enjoyed it. I really enjoyed hosting this for y'all. It's a new thing for all of us. Give us a little bit of time to get the editing down, get the audio down. Um, but yeah, I really appreciate both my co-hosts, Tim and Kenny, for being here with us today, recording this shoot. Let me pass it over to them so they can get their outros in.
Good, Jim.
All right, boys. Well, ladies and gentlemen, um, I appreciate y'all, sticking it out, hearing us out, give us some feedback, let us know how y'all feel about these topics that we talked about, and just let us know, man. We're gonna continue grinding and growing. So, I'm pass it to Kenny.
This has been fun. This is something we do all the time. Like, if y'all only knew some of the arguments we've had on Xbox and stuff like that, or over text messages, it just you'll trip out, and that's what we're gonna try to bring because I think we do have a lot of good takes and interesting. We don't agree at all. They'll tell you like yeah, like we don't agree on a lot of stuff. I think there's a lot of stuff we do agree on, but there's a lot of stuff we don't agree on. And I mean, that's what this is supposed to be about. Like I said, I had fun doing this, and I'm look forward to keep doing it. And we're gonna be all over the place. We're gonna be talking about sports and what's going on, current events, and I want to thank my two co-hosts for probably making me look better than you're making me sound better than I am right now. So I want to say peace to everybody and live well.
Alrighty, guys. So go ahead and drop a like, a follow if y'all like what y'all see, and we're out. Peace.
Peace.